National Railroad Museum, and of course Lambeau Field. Home of the Green Bay Packers. Always wanted to say that. Are you looking for some great PWBA gear? Then visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com. I had a chance to tour Lambeau yesterday, and I was a Viking fan. I couldn't do too much, you know. But it's cool. It was great to see it for the first time. My first time in Green Bay.
Fascinating. I love that you could be so close and drive right by it. I took the tour last year with a few of the ladies, and wow, what a great field.
Great match here. Johnson starts us. Looked out. That's really the first errant shot. Way out of the 1-3 pocket.
Yeah, a little bit in trouble here. Might have been the long commercial break. Not too sure, but she slides 19 much further right at the arrows, and all the way down that break point, she gets it right around 6-7, and that's what our lane pattern guy, Dougie from Kegel, said. It's OB. It's out of bounds. The 1-2-8-10.
Very challenging, off a washout, and leaves 2. So the first open of our match here comes in the 6th frame for Stephanie Johnson. Her full-time job at Plano's Super Bowl with husband Chris. Shout out to Chris and son Levi. Chris, former Rookie of the Year on the PBA Tour.
Yeah, now when you're shooting the washout type, you want to obviously hit the head pin to the left side of it to try to deflect into the 10 pin. Not enough angle entry on that spare. Open in the match, but still not out of it. Long way to go, 10 frames.
Trying to bounce back and crossing over for a Brooklyn strike. She'll take it.
Yeah, you catch some breaks from time to time, and that's something you need. Now what happened on the right, when she usually missed to the right, you're going to overcompensate a little bit, grabs it, swing is inside of her target, down to the lane, hits on the opposite side of the pocket, trips the 6 pin. There's an X on the score sheet.
What a chance here for the longtime member of Team Colombia, Clara Guerrero. Up 17 pins on the bench, now can double to go up 27. 4-7 up.
High hit. We're starting to see some transition going on here, Dave. Lanes are starting to break down, even though only 2 ladies are bowling. Sliding a bit deeper, 17-18 at the arrows. Again, she's inside of that break point, so now the lanes are moving in deeper, getting further inside. High on the head pin, could have been the 4-7-10, but her ball roll was able to break it up and just leave the 4-7 spare. So again, with only 7 frames in, we're seeing some lane breakdown. Whoever adjusts the fastest will advance.
Covers and stays clean with her mark. 4-7 down. The good news for Johnson on the bench, though, no strike, so the door's open.
Yeah, again, straight at the spares. Just clips the right side of the 4 pin. 4 goes into the 7, converts. These girls on the TV telecast today are all great spare shooters. They all represented their country at one point.
Carolyn, what are you seeing?
Well, I'm speaking with Rob Gottschall, who's the Ebonite ball rep. He said the lanes actually transitioned pretty well. All of the girls played the lanes a little bit further right, that 9, 10, 11 area, kind of like how Kelly said, the tracer down lane at 10. So it allowed the lanes to break down properly, not as quick. They didn't use as much surface as during the week. So it allowed them to transition a little bit slower so that they could creep in at a nicer pace, not like they had to do during the week. So he said he's expecting them to break down pretty well, but the girls, he feels, with these 4 players, broke the lanes down the right way.
Yeah, Caroline, you're correct there. I've noticed that. They're all in the same zone at the arrow zone, right around 14, 15. Stephanie has more ball speed, so she's further right. But again, controlling that break point down the tracer, which is right around 44 to 47 feet. The pattern was 42, so the ball must start making its motion right before that tracer.
Big opportunity, 8th frame for Stephanie. Cut it to a 7-pin deficit, looks for the double. Needs it.
Late messenger?
Maybe the scout, yeah, across the deck, and down goes number 10. It took a while.
Put a stamp on it. There's your messenger. Great physical execution here. More ball speed. Head pin bounces off the left side wall. Slow messenger rolls a 10.
Just enough.
Kick it out there.
Now we've got ourselves a great match here. Foundation frame. Only a 7-pin difference. Step ladder finals. Second major of the season.
And they're both such close friends.
Four pin.
Not quite in the left lane. I think we're seeing a faster breakdown on the left lane than we are on the right.
So had a chance for the lead. Can't take advantage, but it's still anyone's match here.
Stephanie also going to the plastic ball. She'll go slightly cross lane, take out the lane much straighter. Delivery, catch out the 4. Exactly. Clara has a great opportunity to put a lot of pressure on Stephanie, get ahead in the match, possibly clinch the win.
Max score 237 for Clara, 209 for Stephanie. Looks for the double. 18-pin lead. Big shot in the ninth. You bet. All 10 down.
Wow, even double dribbled slightly at the end there. That 4-step approach is being advantageous to her. She's starting to slide a little bit deeper, even deeper at the lane, 17-18. Great ball roll. She knows it.
The last 2 balls have been her best of the match. Saving the best for last.
Yeah, she just needs some really good pin count on this first delivery.
Come on.
Just like that. Back to back to back. Great shots in the 1-3 pocket. She is locked in.
She will advance on to the next match. She's making the adjustments. Watch that little yellow pin on the ball as it starts to migrate and get taller. Splits the 8-9. Now we have a ball change here in the 10th frame. She's just going to give her some information going into the next match. If the lane continues to break down, what her options are that will give her the best pin carry.
So Clara has clinched this match. And she'll move on to match number 2 in the stepladder finals. In the zone.
So she makes the ball change. Same part of the lane, same zone, same area. Again, she's controlling the break point wonderfully, tips up a little bit sooner. So now she's got multiple options in her bag. She'll know what to go to if she sees something different throughout the next match.
National champ at Wichita State, All-American, Collegiate Bowler of the Year. What a career she had for the Shockers. Before going pro, and she knows yesterday growing up in Colombia, the dream was to win on the PWBA tour. She hasn't done it yet. And she's one step closer with some fantastic bowling, Kelly.
Absolutely. 19 years on Team Columbia, only 34 years old. It's a lot of experience under her belt. It's going to be exciting next match. Stephanie Johnson.
Another Brooklyn strike.
She was
in her last efforts of this match.
Yeah, and she was talking to herself there, not quite sure what she was saying. You know, with every defeat, you learn something, and Stephanie's going to be, I'm sure we're going to see more of her in the future telecasts and future events, and her age, her wisdom, her knowledge, what she has, she's going to be multiple titleist.
Wanted us to give a special shout out and thanks to Jamie Brooks for all the assistance offered at Plano Super Bowl and the Dallas Metroplex. We're both Stephanie and Chris work. And I'm sure little Levi running around getting ready to be a pro himself one day.
Yeah, bowling is in their genes.
I'll say.
One thing to mention about Stephanie too, she's been doing cryotherapy, and 130 degrees below zero. It's for muscle recovery, soreness, inflammation. You know, this is her job. She takes it seriously, and we athletes need to do everything we can to endure these long formats.
Great showing. Players Championship for last year's Rookie of the Year, Stephanie Johnson, out of the Dallas area, but not enough because Clara Guerrero wins 237-199 to advance. Stephanie Johnson, a great run. Comes up short against the Colombian star. Clara Guerrero advances.